Okay, I'm going to try a new pasta. It's called Boscaiola Pasta. It's new to me, but apparently it predates tomatoes existing in Italy. So it's an old pasta for the fall and the winter, comfort food pasta. And the reason that this is a fall-winter dish is because it features mushrooms. Now, what got me started on all this was the porcini truck was out along the highway. This is the porcini truck. It is porcini season here. What is it, September 20th here? 2024, out in the middle of Umbria. And that's where the mushrooms come out after this first couple fall rains that you get. And it's a pretty simple pasta, but it uses mushrooms, a little sausage. I'm going to use the norcia sausage because I'm lucky enough to have that. Garlic and oil, cheese and parsley. That's about it. Oh, a little bit of wine. A little bit of wine in there. So, here we go. Okay, first the garlic and the sausage. Go in a pan with oil, and you just cook them together and partially cook the sausage. It'll finish up after we add a few more ingredients. Anyway, let's go here to a little bit higher speed. But, good healthy dose of oil there, and good ingredients are important. So there's that. Now we are ready to brown the sausage and the garlic, and they'll cook together a little bit. They happen to cook at a nice rate. You can put them at the same time. Meanwhile, I'm going to start chopping the mushrooms. Okay, porcini. Like I've said before, I live in Umbria and I've got Umbrian friends, and they know how to cook. But I also check online just for the contrast, you know. And Vincenzo's plate is one of my go-to places, and some of this is from him, some of it's made up on the fly. Okay. The garlic is starting to swell a little bit, still nice and white. A couple of pieces a little bit brown in there, that's not good. Not good. Just breaking that sausage up. You might have seen before, I kind of smashed it out a little bit. That came from Vincenzo. And anyway, getting this sausage broken up. It's still not quite cooked through. You see some red pieces in there. That's fine, they'll cook. I'm going to add a little bit of wine now, and that's going to bring down the cooking temperature. And I forget exactly how Vincenzo did it, but, you know, there's 1,000 different ways to make this, and probably only one of those 1,000 is bad. I don't know how you can mess this up. It's just good ingredients. Yeah, so that's down to the temperature of, wine at room temperature now, which will be heating up, but it won't go above boiling. It certainly won't be anywhere near the temperature of the oil. So that little bit of sausage that was red, it's now at a boiling temperature. It's bubbling along here nicely. See that? And we've got lots of juice in the bottom there, which will come into play later. So, in goes the mushrooms. And I'm just putting them in here. I've been told by Umbrians, some, die-hard Umbrians, that, the mushroom water needs to be separated out, but I'm not so sure it does. Judging by the rest of the world's opinions here on this, I don't know. People have very particular tastes, and I'm lucky that I'm just a little bit sophisticated, not too much, such as to be, snobby about it or anything. Don't want that. Okay, so that's going to cook for a little bit. Meanwhile, I'm going to go chop my parsley. Okay, so the mushrooms are coming along just fine, and they're, releasing their juice like Vincenzo promised they would, and we have at least that. I'm not an expert by any means, but that juice that comes out of the mushrooms is good. So it's cooking there with the wine and the oil and the garlic and the sausage, and it's time to put the pasta on. So this pasta is it's a good pasta. Graniolo. It's an egg pasta, highly eggy pasta. This cooks in 7 minutes. So and I'm hungry tonight, and going by that amount of sauce and this amount of pasta, I'm going to put in 4 of these little messy nests. And that's because, it's a nice egg pasta. Not all packaged super neatly. You see, it's a little bit of a mess in there. It's a mess of a mess. But it's a good egg pasta. Okay, so the pasta's in the pan. I've got pasta water at the ready. Here comes the mushrooms and the sausage up. Oh, come on, let's not spill too much. And in goes the cheese. And actually something else is going to go in here, a secret ingredient, the juice from the cow. Because I've got a feeling, Vincenzo actually adds a lot of mascarpone, which is not a bad idea, but I think a little milk will be just as good. Well, maybe not just as good, but it's going to be good. Okay, so in goes a little bit of whole milk. I don't know, half a cup or something. And then let's start to, already you can see, well, the milk's coating the veggies. And there's something about milk and mushrooms that goes along really well together. That's why Campbell's cream of mushroom soup is so popular. The mushroom taste just loves that milk. There's some sophisticated chemistry involved, I'm sure. Well, not that sophisticated. Just, different dissolution rates. And, yep, let's just give that a couple more minutes to finish that pasta up and let them get happy. Oh, and that's it. Oh, I did forget one thing. I should have put this in earlier, a little bit of salt. Call for just a little bit of salt. I'm careful about salt. I don't like to use too much. So I'm going to use about not even a teaspoon of salt. And a lot of the recipes call for pepper. And I have no problem with lots and lots of pepper. I'm not going to go too crazy on it here. I probably should have put that salt in a little bit earlier. Much earlier, actually. Give it a chance to really dissolve into everything. So I'm going to have to give it a little bit extra time and a little bit of extra flipping. But that is a pan of nice pasta, and it smells good. So we'll see. This is enough for at least 2 people. So there's going to be leftovers. I'm just going to put a little itty bit of this pasta water. Just let it boil and steam in there and help it cook the milk. And the cheese is melted pretty nicely. It's not ultra cheesy. I probably could have put more cheese in there, but it's cheesy enough. The sauce looks nice and, glistening like it should. Can you see that a little bit better? Maybe I should turn off this light. See how that looks. You see that? Okay. That's not a bad looking pasta. Okay, so now I'm going to try something new. It's how to serve this pasta up. Now this is not a pasta fork, it's a grilling fork. Kind of specialized. But this is apparently the way some of these folks do their pasta twisting if you really want to look great on a plate. Now remember, it's my first time doing this. Now what I find interesting about this, or controversial, or ironic, or whatever, is this is how Americans eat pasta, with a spoon and a fork. You twist it up like that, and you get a pretty little bite. In this case, it's a little tower of pasta. So, I don't know how much I want here. I think I'm going to make 2 or 3 towers of pasta. Now, a true pasta fork, and that's something that comes from a fancy gourmet store, I'm sure, doesn't have these super pointy ends on it. I'm not sure what function this serves, except that, a little tower of pasta idea is not a bad thing, although my tower just fell over. No, the problem with pasta, or the beauty of it, is that the good stuff always sinks to the bottom. I loved being served last because that's where all the, the meat and the sauce and so forth goes to the bottom of the pan. So we have to scoop that out of there, put it on top, and wow, there is a plate of pasta, which I think might be good. It smells good. Okay, just to give you some idea what this pasta looks like, it's porcini and sausage and a nice fettuccine, egg fettuccine pasta, and parsley in there and garlic and little wine and a little milk in this one, and of course nice Romano cheese. And it's a great pasta. It really tastes good. So make it. Bon appetit.